Hi. The first actual appearance, I guess, on YouTube. But I'm here to pretty much talk to you about my uh, experiences thus far in the adult industry using the internet and getting my own personal name out there. Also, platforms that I feel like will be highly viable for those who are trying to make a name for themselves without having to go to major organizations, as well as just basic tactics that work for me. Um, where to begin? One, the working online as an adult influencer has completely changed my life. Not in the senses where I feel like I'm like stupid rich, but on some real knowledge rich. You feel me? Um, I came into the game on the hub, and this one's going to be mainly about Onlyfans because it's the most recent platform that has become the most successful platform for me, and it's versatile to all forms of arts, from the adult, literally, to people who are putting out one-of-a-kind comics. Generally, the one thing I like about OnlyFans over Patreon is because Patreon you have to do per platform. Um, OnlyFans makes it a little bit more simple for people to figure out exactly how much they want to fund you and help you grow. Generally, if it's like a $1, $3, or like $5 thing, you'll have people that will get stuck at 1, 3, or 5 because there's multiple price ranges and there's multiple things that someone can get for it. And I often recommend that most people that make music, most people that do podcasts, people that do something along the nature where they're putting out stuff constantly, like every single week, they do like a Patreon. For an OnlyFans, is a lot different. The OnlyFans, essentially the platform is based around, I guess you could say, notability, you and yourself. And you can also, just like everything online, there isn't a concrete plan to follow to get to success. If anything, they're all suggestions. Even now to what I'm going to say to you today is a suggestion that I hope that you would listen to and take from it what you need to grow your own personal successes. First thing that I do want to talk about, I mentioned Patreon earlier. I did use Patreon for a while. But to anybody out there who is also like me, an adult influencer, Patreon does not take kindly to our workers. In fact, we often get hit with like the dumbest shit. I mean, I'm still banned by PayPal for like 3 fucking years for selling like a pair of underwear. Are you serious? Fuck out of here, PayPal. But that's also why I do like Cash App and Venmo, which is another way of being funded. That also roots up to Patreon, OnlyFans, and all those other things. Is how do you get funded? How would you like to be funded? Would you like for it to be a per project basis? That's one form of income that comes in off being an adult influencer. Would you like for it to be fan club or residual, when you really don't really do much for, unless it's a secondary site that you're using as a fan club, like I do with OnlyFans for my Pornhub and my mini vids. My Patreon now is mainly writing, which that's not the artistry that eventually I will get into. But for OnlyFans, because this is one of the biggest platforms that's currently running out. And right now, I think I'm like top 53% in the world or something like that for income basis. Also, not to mention, I am a male. It's a lot harder for men to get this than it is for women, because women will have somebody buy it spur of the moment, so they're constantly getting some kind of money for it just because they're a woman who's fine and they're on the internet and someone can find their nethers through OnlyFans. And yes, I'm saying this enough to where I think that you'd pick up on OnlyFans as being something that I really feel like you should do. Mainly because it sounds crazy, but it doesn't seem like there are any kind of rules. Obviously the dumb shit. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't do nothing illegal. Don't promote something that's wrong. Don't put something on there that literally should not be on the fucking web. If it's going to get you in trouble in real life, it'll get you in trouble on the internet. It's not the Wild Wild West anymore. In fact, net neutrality is rising because of that shit. But I would say find a schedule that works for you, a posting schedule. Find a niche, because though you are a lot of different things on the internet and a lot of different things in real life, when someone looks for you on the internet, they're looking for you in a specific niche. It would be like typing your name directly. Like, you can search me Pretty Boy Still. Like, I'm like all of Google One, everything in Bing, everything that shows up for Pretty Boy Still is me. That all became because I chose a niche and I stuck to it. I didn't try to rebrand that much. If anything, I may have opened up sub-brands off an initial name, like Alex Still is the writer, and Pretty Boy Still is the adult influence. Using your OnlyFans, like, I know this video isn't as like other people's videos, using your OnlyFans, find a schedule that works for you. Find content that actually you enjoy creating and putting out there. The content that if you don't enjoy the content you're putting out, you're going to look at it as being more of a chore, working on something that you created, than an actual fun, like than an actual hobby that's turning into a residual that will allow you to do, different things, opens up more financial doors for you. I would say, like, with me personally, I post at least twice a week, mainly because I have media that I am able to bring into the light, because there was a lot of stuff I never released onto the Hub or ManyVids. And most people think, well, being on Pornhub or ManyVids, why should you need OnlyFans? Well, the thing is, why do people work more than one job? Money. Residuals. The more money that you have, the more time you actually have to relax and enjoy yourself and enjoy your money and enjoy your time, because you're not stressed out running back and forth. So create a schedule that works out best for you. Secondly, I would say know your audience. Like, also know your quality of work. Know what your stuff is worth. I mean, I've been in the game now for about 2.5 years. I recently bumped into OnlyFans, I'm going to say about not even 6 months ago. They have only been on OnlyFans for about 4 or 5 months at the time. But the amount of money I've been receiving from them equates to the advertisement money that I get from Pornhub. Video sales as a male is very, very sparse, which is why fan clubs generally tend to work best for males. Just because, I mean, you've seen like 2 types of dicks, you've seen them all, but there's like 40, 50 types of vaginas out there. So it has a natural curiosity. So to be a man in the adult world is actually a little bit more difficult. One, because they look at more so ourselves physically than what one would have to offer to a production or, different things like that. But I recommend anyone who's trying to get into the game definitely check out OnlyFans. Mainly because it's a residual. You can set it up to come out manually. You hit the button and it pays you. You can do weekly as well, which is also dope. I know there's a lot of cam people that might not know about OnlyFans that get paid monthly. Well, OnlyFans can help your online identity bring you some more solid money in between, waiting for them individual checks. Because most of the time, you might get paid every 2 weeks, or you might just get paid monthly. And most of us aren't that good at budgeting, and we need something to fill the gap. OnlyFans is a good one. Second thing I was going to touch on, because it can act as a fan club, but it requires a lot more effort. Patreon, for the adult influence. Patreon touches, it allows artists to put their content up there as early access and then some, and give them incentives based off how much they pledge and what bracket they're in. I would say before you choose Patreon, make sure that you read them fucking rules, because I have been blocked so many times. I don't even really fuck with Patreon like that. It's only there for my books, like, not even kidding. Literally because they make me jump through too many hoops just to collect about $80 a fucking month from them. You feel me? When it's the first, Pornhub normally pays around about the 17th or the 18th. ManyVids only pays around about the 17th or the 18th. OnlyFans, it's manual, can come out every 2 weeks, can come out every month, depending on how much you actually need the money. Also, I would say whatever site that you're on, make sure that you actually advertise your stuff. Put your stuff out there. You can't expect to be paid from the internet if you don't treat it like a job. You can't expect to be paid from your trade if you do not treat it like a job, like someone. You are your own boss. And that's how you make residuals off the adult industry online. Normally it's like ad sales, video sales, goddamn photo sets, stuff like that, services, phone numbers, small incentives, selling underwear. I mean, like, fan clubs. Like, there's all these different things that you can get from it. Merchandise, collaborations. Those are the big 8. These are the big ones that I normally get paid off of, or these 8. But make sure that you do your research on your platform. And to anyone that's trying to get into the game, but they don't want it to be as, you could say public as Patreon, because Patreon, it makes you, when you make it, it actually is it safe for work or not safe for work. The moment you click safe for work, it does not show up in the directory. You do not get found. You don't get seen. You don't get paid. So you have to actually do more work. Well, as opposed to OnlyFans, instead of you being blacklisted off the directory for being an adult or not safe for work artist, there's none of that. Like, it's just straight up platform. If someone's coming, they're coming to that. And that's why I would say do OnlyFans, because you could actually be visible. You are visible in the directory. I know there's Fan Central and Model Hub as well that people often ask me about. I've used Fan Central, but I don't really fuck with Snapchat. And instead of beating myself down and trying to be like all the other adult artists out there, I didn't bother doing Snapchat. It doesn't vibe with me, and I'm not going to beat myself down about something that, I created. I mean, I can understand if you go to a job and tell you got to scrub these fucking toilets. We're paying you to be here on our dime. And that grudging feel that you get, like, yeah, it's equatable to that. Like, you don't got to do anything that you don't want to do. You don't have to speak to any fucking body. I mean, like, you have to. I bump into a lot of fucking weirdos online. I bump into a lot of weirdos online. Not just in the adult world, but because of the influence I have in the adult world, and I do writing, and I'm an active blogger, and my face is actually put out there. I mean, gamers that are fucking weirdos. I mean, like, all these different types of people, all these different personalities that, because I worked in the adult influence, I can vibe with them. Like, it may sound crazy, but it's almost like the struggle of them does not equate to mine, because I would have to literally backdoor everything. I was backdooring Patreon for months. I was backdooring fucking, what's it called, Instagram for months. I was like doing, because, I mean, you can't really, there's nothing really out there for the adult people, to promote on. There's these hoops. You have to jump through all of these hoops. And since at this point in time, you probably already are in it, or you're probably curious, one thing I would tell you, if you don't have OnlyFans, get it. It's a good extra amount of money. You never know where that 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 200, $500 will go. And based off the quality of your content, you can guarantee yourself money a month. And if you're poking into a fan club in general, you know that you have clout and a following enough to set yourself above other people, make yourself more noticeable. Me, I often put myself in the time or the mindset of quality over quantity, simply because I much rather pay more for the thing that works every single time, one time or two, than buy 2, 3, 4 times the amount of products to do what this one product has done. That's a waste of money to me, completely. So I would tell all of y'all, really look at what y'all do, look at what you put out there thus far, and really gauge your content and gauge yourself. Do a budget. Look at where you want to go with this. Like, what are your plans? Are you trying to create a legacy? Me personally, I am trying to create a legacy. I'm trying to create a brand. I'm trying to be a recognized author. And I told my friend before, I was like, capture them with your stick. Keep going with your heart. You feel me? The discipline to keep at your art. And what you do, the stuff that they see. And then you keep them with your heart. And that's where, honestly, when you price out your stuff on your OnlyFans, I even did this for my Patreon. I took into account exactly what it was like for people who are actually going to come out here and buy my adult media, knowing you can get it for free. People that will try and pirate your shit off your fan club, or even pay somebody to get yourself off your fan club. That's happened as well. they're trying to get it for free. I mean, like the fact that someone would step out and pay you for something that they know they can get for free, where there's a billion other black guys online, there's a billion other white girls online, there's a billion other, all these different people, all these different artists, all these different crafts. It's not really what you do, it's how you do it. It's who are the people that you're trying to appeal to. I would also say don't cut out your market. Don't cut out any markets, especially when you're working off your name. It's like creating a small business, doing HVAC in a small town. You're working off your name. People don't recognize you and your work for your name. They're going to put your name beside shitty work if it's shitty. Your name beside good work if it's good. You know, like they would gauge you off that. So I say really look at exactly what you want from the industry. And if you're looking for an extra source of income, no matter if you're from Clips for Sale or Pornhub or ManyVids or goddamn Stumble Upon, it don't matter. OnlyFans is a good way to go, especially to make extra money. And you got the content, you got the personality, and you got the heart. You'll keep fans and be reasonable with your pricings. Also, do not forget about bundles, because for some odd reason, people love bundles because they feel like they're getting a deal, even if it's only about 20 or 30 cents. But I don't really question many people. I stopped anyway. But I'm going to sign out. Oh, yeah, again, my name is Alex. Codename Pretty Boy Still, which is what I do my adult stuff off of. But also, when I'm saying on Limited Market, the reason why I chose Alex Still as a initial name for the game is because I didn't want it to be like, you know, Dick's Daggum or whatever, or anything weird. I wanted it to be like something that was more personal, nearly a household name. Household name. That's pretty much what I am. Household name. So that way, if I did want to be on TV, if I did want to be in the news, if I did want to do this, my resume from all the stuff that I've been creating, not only am actually, I'll post a link at the bottom of this so that way y'all can get the resume and see exactly how I set mine up. It's pretty much a basic setup to where someone will see you in charts and numbers and what you've done pertaining to entertainment, essentially, and not so much just porn or modeling. Anyway, so I'm going to sign out. Peace, love, and happiness. I would say hug your neighbor, but at least say hi, you know. See y'all next week.